Talking about bladder exstrophy at school. One of the roles of your social worker on the team is to act as a liaison between the school. If there isn't a social worker on the team, it may be a nurse, it may be a patient advocate within your hospital. It's important that teachers know about some details of the child's medical status, some of the child's issues about bladder exstrophy. Of course, they don't need to know everything. But what they do need to know is how many times a day your child needs to go catheterize or use the bathroom. And this can be included in their 504 plan. What I hear a lot from families as well is that if they're not sharing this information with schools, oftentimes teachers, other providers in the school are maybe not as accepting or understanding of why the child is taking days out of school for medical appointments. Please don't hesitate to ask your medical team to communicate directly to the school about some of the details of the child's medical needs so that this is understood. Oftentimes, bladder exstrophy ends up becoming a sort of hidden or unseen experience. For example, when your child's classmate breaks their arm, they come back into school, they have a cast. People might give them get well cards. They might sign their cast. When your child leaves for surgery for bladder exstrophy, maybe nothing is said to the class at all. They come back, they don't get any get well cards. No one is providing them that support. And that can be very sad and confusing for a child when they see that other kids are experiencing support for their medical issues. One way to sort of support your kid in this way is through role playing. This is something that I like to do with children as well when they're preparing to return to school, is asking them, what do you plan on saying when kids say, "Where have you been?" What do you plan on saying when kids ask you why you're not participating in gym? Or when kids say, you look fine, you don't look sick, why were you out of school? Sometimes sort of preparing for these conversations can be really helpful. Kids are very creative, they're very imaginative, and sometimes they come up with really, really great ways to respond to other kids, and they can practice these ways of responding at home with their parents, with their siblings before they return to school.